The artist can see beauty in most anything. This one found beauty in a game.
It's art, yeah. You can see it as art. That's a good one right there.
You can find his work in some of the top galleries in the country.
Shadow on the dirt.
But Max Mason's soul stays in South Philadelphia, at the Park, because it's that canvas that baseball fans will always paint and hold on to as colors of their summer.
I'm a realist. I've done a lot of still life painting, and I like designing with sharp edges so that they're clear, distinct spaces and shapes of color in the painting. And it relates to the baseball field.
The shades at the Park, a brush of green in the outfield, the dirt of red clay cut around the bases, and the dark shadows of the afternoon sun. These are Mason's guide as he creates his piece of the game.
This is called rounding third. I find beauty in the stadiums, and the game itself lends itself to these moments. That's why I think the game is beautiful, because it's a game of these confrontational moments, which are images of themselves. It's sort of rich reddish brown.
Mason's first days with brushes and paint taught him the importance of color and light.
There's a certain sanctity to certain things.
As a landscape artist, he loved the way the light played off the landform, and it moved him.
I felt connected to the earth and to the environment. You're building an image, and the image is connecting with other people, so you're relating to other people. You're not by yourself in some cabin, being all weird, but by getting it out there, and that's one of the great things about baseball, is you're connecting with so many people.
And along the way, he connected with the game and all it has to offer.
I look for these moments where the action is almost at a still point, right when the guy turns his head and is standing there right at the moment he has to decide. I'm not into the blurriness and trying to capture the motion in a still picture. I like the idea of the stillness that's in the midst of all the motion. It's a mixture of cadmium red.
Mixing the colors of America's pastime. Mason not only brushes up against the history of baseball, but leans on heroes from another frontier.
We've got the lighter color. The one guy against the other guy. It's just like the West, it's the two guys. It's very macho, The batter is spitting and destroying, sort of establishing his territory around home plate. The pitcher is stomping on the mound, kicking the rubber, spitting around the mound. And then the ball is this white thing that suddenly connects them in the matter of a fraction of a second. But that's the drama of it. That's what makes it compelling.
Ballparks will always house those special moments. And in his studio, and through paint, Mason relives each one. And then he shares them.
Slowing up into third
lines
base.
and shadows, and drips, smooth strokes that all seem to make a point and fill a space with something familiar.
But if you can capture that perfect moment, it feels like it's a moment that's always existed, even if it's something that you completely invented. You look at it and you feel like, oh, I've seen that before. I know that. You understand it.
His work is majestic, and it fits perfectly here, at home, in this corner gallery in South Philadelphia. Max Mason, the artist and baseball fan, has now become part of the landscape that he helped bring to light, and he shares it with all the fans that now come and see his work while they watch the others play.
All that space really represents possibility, right? It's not being used most of the time, but it could be at any moment, and that might be the key moment. That might be the moment that determines whether you win or lose this game, win or lose the pennant, win or lose the World Series, get your name etched in history, or just forgotten.